Just doing those arm circles again. We got that shoulder workout later on, so we want to make sure we're all ready for that. As we're doing these shoulder workouts, go ahead and make sure we're getting those wider. And then bringing them small again. From there, we're going to go backwards here. Same thing. While we're going backwards, we're focusing on opening up that chest, activating those shoulder blades, pulling those shoulder blades together and opening our chest up as we're doing this. And while we're here, we are making those circles wider. And then bringing them back small. From there, guys, we have that hamstring opener. We're going to throw in that arm portion. Again, we're opening up. While we're opening up, focus on allowing that chest to open, still activating those shoulder blades, pulling them together. Great way to get that movement in. Lori, it looks like we got one other person, but we might still be waiting to get a few people in yet today. We'll see how that goes. But good to have you in today. And then from there, guys, just doing some warm-up squats. Lori, I'll let you know that we have some light weights today for some shoulder-specific work, some heavier weights later on for some multi-joint activities. And then, guys, with these squats, go ahead, add a toe raise there at the top. Toe raise at the top. And then from there, go ahead, spread those legs out a little bit, lean over to one side. I want you guys to just focus on opening up those adductors. You don't have to stay down. You can come up, stretch over, come up, stretch over. But if we can stay down, let's stay down. Work on that glute quad activation at the same time. From there, guys, go ahead, stand back up. Hip openers now. Getting that knee high up, open those hips. And the same thing, but now we're going inside. All right, guys, go ahead, shake it out a little bit more. Get a quick drink. We're going to be back here in about 20 seconds. We're getting right into our first activity. While you guys are putting down that water bottle, what I want us doing here next, just back to those squats. We're starting off with squats. We're going to change the tempo a little bit later on, but I want you guys to start off with those squats. When we're doing these squats, we're coming down low. Make sure we're pressing through that heel on our way back up. Press through the heel from the bottom. Activate those glutes, activate those hamstrings to extend our hips back up into position. And from there, guys, I'm going to start taking over here in just a second. You're still doing those squats. What it's going to look like when I take over is we're going to do a 5-5-2 count, which means we're going to go down for 5, hold for 5, up for 2. I'll demonstrate that quick while you guys are doing squats at home. Down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up 1, 2. That's going to start up right now, guys, here with me. Down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2, just like that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2, down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2, down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2, 2 more like that, down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2, down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2. From there, guys, we're going into lunges here. You can choose to have weights if we want to, but we're going to stick just to one side. So we're going to be right here. This is my left leg out, and I want you just focusing on this lunge movement right here, all the way up, all the way down, just before that knee touches the ground. You're going to continue on just one leg. You can vary with your speed of movement. Changing from high speed to low speed is going to change the intensity in different ways. Low speed is going to activate more muscle, but high speed is going to utilize a little bit more momentum, but will require a higher energy. So you guys decide which of those you want, but we're starting right here in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, just one leg here. One leg on these lunges. While we're doing that, same thing as with those squats. We want to make sure we're pressing up through the heel. Try to avoid having the torso come forward too much. And at the same time, try to get that heel still pointing up to the sky the entire time that we're doing this motion. Keep doing with that lunge in 10 seconds, you guys. I want you holding at the bottom, right in this position, in 4, 3, 2, 1. I want everyone holding right here. While you're holding in this position, try it again. Keep that torso upright. Don't allow that pelvis to drop down. Hold in that position just another 10 seconds, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel free to stand up. We are switching over to the other leg. Doing the exact same thing here, starting in 2, 1, lunges on that opposite leg. Same thing here, guys. While we're starting out here, make sure we're still pressing through that heel, not letting those hips dip any specific way, keeping that torso nice and upright, making sure that heel is pointed up to the sky as much as possible. Got another 10 seconds here of movement, guys. Then we're holding at the bottom again. 2, 1. I want everyone holding at the bottom here, knee just above the ground. Still pressing through that heel, avoiding letting that hip dip down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want us with some heavier weights now, guys. If we weren't using weights before, let's try to use those weights now. 2 sets, straight-legged deadlift. Our hinge motion we've done plenty of times. Hinging at the hips, utilizing those glutes and those hamstrings to stand back up. Your other option, you can do a single leg. If you can, I would recommend sticking with single leg. Like I said, we have 2 sets. You'll be able to switch over, guys. But we're starting here in 3, 2, 1. Hinging there, keeping our back straight the whole time. Using those lower leg muscles to upright ourselves. Full extension there at the front. Enjoying that stretch at the bottom. You should feel that tension come on and utilize that to pull yourself, or utilize that as a signal for that end range of motion, and then start coming back up. 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, shake it out if we're doing 2 legs. Otherwise, we're preparing to switch over to the other side, starting here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going back into it. Again, if you were doing 1 leg before, you're switching over to that other leg. "15 seconds here, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take it down to the mat here in a sec, guys. Before we do, I just want us to do a few calf raises. Here. Protecting the heart by doing this. The reason why is because when our heart travels out to our hands, but especially our feet, it has to go against gravity to come back up. Or when the blood travels down there, it has to work hard to get back up to the heart. Each contraction, and the more available we are to make these contractions, the easier the heart's job is to get that blood back up. Just 10 seconds on those contractions, guys, and then we're going to go down to the ground here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and join me down here, guys. Weights on our hips if we need them, but I want us to do single leg hip. Again, if those weights are on our hips, doing that here, we got glute bridges starting here at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Single leg glute bridges, trying to get a straight line from your knee to your hips over to your shoulder here. Pressing through the heel, trying to activate more of our glutes than we are on our hamstrings. Again, keep that mental focus on those glutes there. Conscious selection of that muscle. 4, 3, 2, 1. I want everyone to hold right up there for me. Single leg, isometric hold right there. "10 seconds, guys, on that hold. While we're holding, make sure squeeze a little bit higher if we can. Try to get that extra inch. 2, 1. Go ahead, rest down. We're switching over to the other side. Same thing here. 2, 1. Single leg glute bridge. Again, trying to fight for that extra inch at the top. Trying to get full extension there. Like we said, straight lines from our knees to our hips to our shoulders. Starting that hold here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want us to be in that glute hold right now, you guys. Holding it up. Less than 15 seconds on that hold, guys. At this point, try to get another inch higher into the sky. Check that alignment, knee, hip, shoulders, making sure we're in that straight line. 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, guys, we have a drink right after this. I want us to have a weight in our hands, putting our elbows nice and tight to the body, allowing that hand to fall over towards the floor. This is the movement we have next. We got external rotation here, guys, right on the floor. Starting that here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With me right here. When we're doing this, guys, we're pulling that wrist up towards the ceiling and then back towards the wall behind us. Should be feeling this, hopefully, mostly on the back of our scapula, maybe a little bit on the back of our shoulders. That's quite all right, too. Our rear delts could be helping out a little bit. Always under control is a great motion for some postural support, keeping the shoulders nice and healthy. A lot of us have a tendency to round our shoulders and internally rotate. So we're fighting against that here with that external rotation. 3, 2, and 1. I want you guys to go ahead, switch sides. Once we are in position, we are going to start here in 4, 3, 2, and same thing, guys, over here. Driving that wrist up towards the ceiling, back towards the wall. Should be feeling this on the back of our shoulder blades. If you feel a little bit of the back of our shoulders, that's okay too. 10 seconds here, and then we got a water break. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, guys, go ahead, grab a quick drink of water. We'll be back here in a second. First thing we're going to need is those smaller weights here. We're going to have some Y raises in just a second. All right, guys, while you're setting your water bottles down here, I'm going to show you what we're looking for with this Y raise. I think we've done this before. Again, great postural movement to bring those shoulder blades back and down a little bit. I want us in, almost like we had in that hinge place, straight back here, slight hinge at the hips, little bend in the knees. Weights out here in front of us, trying to keep those arms straight. Pull those shoulder blades back, and then raise our arms up just into that Y position on each side. We're going to go ahead, guys, start that here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and Y raise right up. Slowing that movement down is going to help protect the shoulders a little bit. Don't try to fly through it. Really take it nice and slow. If you're having a little bit of trouble at that angle, feel free to stand up perfectly straight and do the exact same thing. Take a little bit of stress off of those shoulders. We can progress to doing it in that 45 angle in future classes here. We don't got much longer. 3, 2, 1. From there, guys, go ahead, set those weights down. We're going to go ahead, grab our medium to heavyweights. I think most of us can do heavyweights here, guys. We're going to go into a shoulder press. Same arms, both sides. Starting that here in 3, 2, 1. Just doing shoulder presses, guys. With those shoulder blades, guys, doing something we've done before. We're going to go half reps here, starting from the bottom. Finish up that last rep. Down at the bottom, I want you guys just raising your arms halfway up here. Just halfway up. If you find yourself overextending your back in these instances, I want you guys to do a little bit of a stagger step as well to protect that low back. We got some half up shoulder press reps right here. And of course, after that, we're going to do top half reps, and we'll bring that back to full. Right there, guys, I want you to take it up all the way at the top, halfway down, all the way up again. Again, now we're doing the top half of that range of motion here. Once that arm gets to about parallel of the ground, I want you guys to go back up. And then from there, guys, 3, 2, 1, just finishing out a few full range repetitions right here for us. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you guys to keep those weights here. We're going to go into rows next here. Done these before. Making sure we have a straight back here, guys, as we're in this position. Weights out in front. We're just driving those elbows to the sky. Before we begin that movement, though, as always, make sure to retract those scapula back before we drive those elbows. Slower we can go, the more tension is going to stay on our muscles, more difficult it's going to be. Maybe if we don't have enough weight at home, though, maybe that's when a little bit of a faster weight might feel a little bit more fatiguing for us. But if we're going to go, I don't want us to go too fast here, guys. I want us to keep it pretty much under control for the whole time. I want you guys holding at the top in 2, 1, hold right there, guys. While we're up in this hold, same thing. Always check that our back posture is nice and straight. After that, squeeze our shoulder blades together and drive those elbows as high as they can get. You should feel a maximum contraction right up here in the upper back, as well as between those shoulder blades, guys. I want you to re-squeeze, try to maximally squeeze. Just 10 seconds left here, guys, on this hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you guys to stand up. We're just going to do a few bicep curls for us, guys. Just 8 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, guys, go ahead, bring your water bottle a little bit closer to us. We're going to finish up here on the ground. Once we're up here, guys, doing chest presses with me right here, guys. Chest presses right here with me. In 10 seconds, we're going to switch into flies. 3, 2, 1. Flies, guys. Straight arms. Not allowing our weights to just smack here into the ground, keeping our elbows always under control here. "20 seconds left of these flies, guys, and we're going back into chest pressing. Just a few more reps there. Less than 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting a few more reps, always under control, not letting those elbows, again, slam into the floor. Always under control here, guys. Specifically went and targeted the chest muscles a little bit there to get them a little bit more fatigued so that our triceps not overworking, giving our tricep a little bit of a break, focusing on that chest muscle here. Done in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, set those weights down, guys. We're going to do a little bit of torso work here. We're going to offer 2 options for you guys at home. I'm going to let you choose which one you want to do to start off with. We're going to protect the low back. To do that, we're going to have a bird dog situation here, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend out. We're going to be alternating here, guys, for a minute. If that's not what we want to do, maybe we want to get off the knees a little bit today. We have a Superman position where we're going to lift those knees off the ground, pinch the shoulder blades back, elbows off as well, chest off, and hold in that position, squeezing our glutes and our low backs to get there. Starting that in 3, 2, and 1. Alternating there, guys. If we're doing those bird dogs, we're alternating each side. Supermans, we are holding for the whole time period. I'm going to let you guys know when we get to 30 seconds for those of us who are holding 40 and 50, just so you can re-squeeze. That being said, we're at 30 right now, so if we got a Superman at home, re-squeeze that back and that glute, trying to further extend our bodies up. 40 seconds. 50. Last 10 seconds, guys, here. Re-squeeze. We're really working on our phone there with those bird dogs, making sure we're in a straight line. 3, 2, and 1. From there, guys, I want you to drop right in to a plank position. Straight line from the shoulders to the hips to the legs. We're all holding this position. 1 minute there. Same thing. I'm going to give you guys that count at 30, 40, 50 so that you know when to re-squeeze if you guys ever need a break. Yeah, 30 seconds right there, guys. 40 seconds. Last 15, guys, here. Re-squeeze. I want everybody up if we took a break. 10 seconds to go. 2, 1. Release there, guys. Grab your water here. Stand up with me. What we're going to do first here, something we've done before, just a nice hamstring stretch, allowing our body to relax. Our spine can extend a little bit. We can have arms straight, touching the ground if we want to, or we can cross our arms. We'll enjoy that stretch for a little bit, guys. I'm going to have you coming up here in a second. Before you come up, I want you to put your hands on your shins, extending the back slowly first as those hands track up your lower legs, up into your knees, maybe a little bit ahead. And extend through with those hips, guys. I want everyone extending right there. Go ahead, spread your legs. Same thing, hinge down here now. You can do the exact same thing if you want. Arms in, touch the ground, up to you. And from there, you're going to go over to one side here, stretch the leg. And from there, switch it over, other side. From there, guys, go ahead. Down here in a lunge position, I want us to focus on that hip flexor. While we're doing that, feel free to pull that arm over. From there, guys, go ahead. Switch sides, same thing. And from there, guys, go ahead, join me in this position, pulling in that leg. If we prefer to lay back and drive it in with our knee as assistance, that works. Otherwise, of course, we can rotate over. We'll focus on that glute for a little bit here, guys. Go ahead, relax there. Same thing, other side. Relaxing right there, guys. For us to finish off here, guys, we're going to do our 4-way neck stretch here. Starting off at the back of the neck, letting that chin drip down. From there, raise it up, tilting the chin up towards the sky, head tilts back, stretching out front of our neck. From there, raise it down, one ear, same side shoulder, stretching the side of our necks. Raise it up onto the other side.